You're now tuned into the Den for the Dominant Convo, a platform for all walks of life to learn the perspective of the dominant lesbian on all topics such included sex, love, life, politics, the bullshit, everything in between. You know who I am, your host Pat. You know who this
Lady
lady
of the
is.
Billing is.
Lady is
I'm
Heather.
back. I'm back. I'm back. Hello, hello, hello.
She definitely has a 1-900 sex operator voice on today.
You know what it's like that sometimes. And we have a guest.
Hey everybody, nice to meet you. Ty Mac. I'm just here for the convo. I'm here for the vibe.
Ty
I'm
has
here
a
for the
nice
discussion.
voice for this. Okay, I like that. Heather's giving sex, you're giving. I like it. You have a good voice for this.
Thank you.
We always audition.
Like Cinemax at 10 p.m. type of voice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll
She
take
might
that.
be trying ladies. Let me.
I'm single.
Okay, I was about to ask.
Let's go. Let's get in it. Okay. You are single, ready to mingle.
Ready.
Okay.
Ready.
Ready.
Yeah, we trying to keep this flow going. Heather is really doing an amazing job, y'all. Like I always give her flowers while she's here, because she keeps this shit going, and it'd be hard for me sometimes. Like the commute and everything else, I'd be racing here from DC to get here for her, but she keeps her foot on my neck and on the gas, and even made me get on the live the other day, y'all. I have never in my life like actually knowingly went onto someone's live and like actually like participated in the conversation. So
It was awesome. It
Heather's-
was hard. But I'm not one that you're going to ignore. You've tried it. I'm always there. I'm like that gnat.
yeah, and sometimes gnats die.
You be swatting at me.
I do.
I be ducking.
But I appreciated it, and it was good to see her in her element. She's doing some big things, and I'm very proud of you. I really am. So it's just like I know what you're doing individually, but also doing for the show. It's like she on her mastermind shit right now. Anyways, I'm doing really good right now. Life is life, and just make sure that I booked the trip for spring break. The family, the whole family, including the dog, is going on vacation, and I'm very happy that
You taking a
did that.
dog?
Yeah,
Are y'all driving or flying?
flying. The whole family. Mom, the mother-in-law, down to the dog is going. Everybody's going.
Are you going to sedate the dog?
Yes.
Okay.
I may be sedated too. But nah, I was saying that because I feel like we gotta prioritize wellness and just taking a break within ourselves, you know? So it's just like, that's just something I'm definitely like making sure I do for myself right now. So yeah,
That's what's
so
up.
It's hard though,
it is.
isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many other obligations, like just naturally.
Yep.
I remember telling a student one time, because I used to teach, and I was like, adulting is having to solve a problem every day.
Every damn day, no matter what else is going on.
Day. Whether it's a financial problem, a family problem, a job problem, a personal problem. It's just problems.
So I was gonna ask you, so we can get you into the show, we can get the show moving. Being an army brat from the west to the east, how is it different as a lesbian?
My dad was in the Marines.
Okay.
And it was tough as a young kid, right? Like elementary school and stuff.
Right.
But as I became an adult, I used that to my advantage.
What are you doing?
So you know when you have job interviews, they're like, "What's your strength? What's your spirit animal?" You know? And I always say a chameleon.
Okay.
As a military brat, we are put in so many different situations.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and around so many different walks of life, people, religion, military affiliation. And then I'll branch off that as being a black lesbian. That just opens, you know, a lot more doors.
Yeah. We always ask our guests, you know, a snippet of your coming out story, or like did your family accept it? If you can just give us to your comfortability.
I actually got caught.
Oh.
Not caught in any acts, but just like
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was disappointed that I wasn't caught.
No, like I was like, ooh.
Her freak ass. You see it? Look.
Ready for the juicy.
Yes.
And I don't know what the task was. Let's say washing dishes. And my mom was like, "Yo, you always on that phone. Like, it's taking all of your attention. Something must be more important than you taking care of these household duties and doing what you need to do."
Right.
So I was like, "Hey, shorty, I'm gonna call you back. She tripping.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna call you back." Boom, put the phone in the pocket. Now, this was back in the BlackBerry days.
I was about to ask
Yeah,
you that. Was
say.
this like the cordless phone or was it okay?
Can you? How old are you, real quick?
Yeah, I felt like that was a
My
shot.
bad, my bad.
Hey, Heather.
Like that was a Uzi. But I'm actually 31. So
Okay. So you right there with me, not Heather.
92,
89. Heather, don't even. Just leave it.
I am
we
what I am.
millennials.
Heather's not a millennial. Heather is damn near baby boomer. Baby boomer. Second plan.
So you getting Social Security?
I
mean,
mean,
you got
She's a few years off.
mine's gonna hit before y'all's is.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Ain't shit left, so it don't matter. They
Mm-hmm.
taking it now.
Yeah,
They ain't we
yeah.
gonna have shit when we get there. But I'm sorry. Go ahead with your story.
But so she was like, "Look, do this house chore. Put the phone in the pocket." I was like, "Shorty, I'm gonna call you back." She tripping. So I'm doing the house chore, and as I'm doing it, she was like, "I'm gonna use this time to talk my shit." My mom. And she's like, "Yeah, you always on that phone. Who you be talking to anyway?" Like, and then those questions started to come, and I was like, "My home girl." That was my excuse for everything. My home girl, because that's very broad.
Right.
So she was like, "You know what? Since you can't focus, like, let me hold that shit."
Oh.
Like,
No time to delete.
like Kevin Hart said, "Bitch, put it in my hand." Like she
Yeah.
was like, "Let me hold it." There's one moment that sticks out that, like I said, is comical now. So she calls me in her room, right? My mother is one of the few people who call me my full name, Tatiana.
Oh, wow.
So she was like, "Tatiana," and I was like, "Oh God."
Who's that?
I was like, "Oh God, it's coming."
You know that's the ass whipping.
Right. So I get in her room and she was like, "So I went through your phone. And let me just say, like, you on some other shit."
Oh.
Those are her words.
When you hear that from your mom, that's different.
And she was like, so mind you, I'm scheduled to move in the dorm literally in like a month and some change. So I'm just literally waiting it out. I'm working until I go to school. So she's like, "So you want to live on campus so you can have bitches calling you daddy and shit? Like, that's why you want to live on campus?"
And see,
She
in that
was like,
moment-
and then she went on to say, "You want to have bitches and niggas? Like, who do you want in your dorm room? Like, you just gonna have both of them calling you daddy?"
Wait.
So I'm standing there like, what do I do? Like, I don't know how to answer this. Like, yes, no, I don't know. Like, so then she says, "I want you to come here." Because mind you, I'm standing at her doorway. I ain't playing. Like, I'm like, catch me if you can, bitch.
Right.
Like, and she's like, "I want you to come here." And she had me read an excerpt like I was in church.
God.
She was like, "Read this message for me."
It was the worst one, wasn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, I had that before too.
And I couldn't even get through like the first. I got through like the first. I couldn't even finish the sentence, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not reading that." Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how that went.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god. That was probably that was a better story than you getting caught in the act.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Was it? I mean, that whole story. It was like a period. So mind you, I'm waiting to go to school. So at the time, I had just got my driver's license. I didn't have my own car. I was about to buy one. Scratch that. I had just bought my first car. And you know,
Yeah, you thought you was about to be out.
I'm a high school kid. Like, I ain't got no
Freedom,
money
freedom
for
is
real.
on the horizon. It's like
It's there.
it's like right there.
It's
like
there. So you said it perfectly. Freedom was on the horizon. So in my mind, I was thinking low key slave like. I was like, I'm gonna say whatever she want me to. If she say the sky is purple, it's gonna be purple today.
Right.
Because I need to
the fuck
do
out.
what I gotta do to move on Virginia State's campus. That was the goal. So at the time, you know, all my friends had went to, like, everybody's going off, but Virginia State at the time had so many freshmen, like some people had to wait to move.
Okay.
So I was one of those people who had to wait to move. So in between that time, I went hard in the gym.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I was it? It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Because I didn't have a healthy relationship with the gym at the time. So I was using the gym as that outlet. Like, this is what I can do. Nobody, like, I don't know how to talk to nobody here. This is, you know, because it was just me and my mom at home.
I need that relationship right by now.
I mean, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
me three.
But you know,
It's hard.
honestly, recently, well, not recently, but more frequently, I've been told that, you know, the ladies like us chunky.
Me
They like us
too.
fluffy.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Like they don't want
Yeah,
noise.
I talked about getting my breasts reduced last episode, and my wife is like, she's with it because if I want it, yes, but she's not with it for her own reasons. In a sense, she likes it, and she likes to rub on my love handles, and she does. Yeah, she does things to me.
Like, how would you feel if she just Amber Rose did and just cut all her hair off?
Do you have a type?
As my father used to say, I just love black women.
All right. So what is what is the thing that kind of, I guess, gets you? Is it maybe natural hair, eyes, a smile, thigh? Mine is your thighs got to touch.
Locks make me sweat.
Oh, okay.
Locks is like, oh, she got locks. Because automatically that tells me something about you. You're a patient woman with your hair. A woman that's patient with her hair is gonna be patient with you.
You kind of sound like a pimp a little bit.
I don't know about that, but no, I'm not. I'm saying about the pimp things, yes, but I'm talking about the patient with her hair. I don't know about that part, but yeah, you do. You see.
It's like you speaking on a rhythm or something.
Really?
It's cool though.
That's how I naturally talk. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Okay. You get everything, huh?
Yeah. So what? Let's talk more before we get into the episode for real. Let's talk more about your dating history. Let's talk about like your type. How long have you been single?
I feel like that Sierra song. I've been single for a while now. Looking for someone to love me. I'm just playing. Just playing. Since last August.
Okay, real quick. Why did it end?
We don't got that much time.
Okay. Ended last August. Like August that just passed, or like the one before, 2023 or 2022?
2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
So newly single, taking some time. In lesbian terms, no, that is a long time.
That's like almost a year.
Yeah.
Or
so,
two in lesbian time.
in lesbian time. So you are okay.
Did it end on good terms, bad terms?
Bad terms.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
I mean, that's another reason why I'm a little Baltimorean traumatized too.
Oh yeah.
Was it the first woman from Baltimore?
Yes.
Ooh, it was nice though in the beginning, wasn't it?
It was beautiful.
And then.
Right? Comma.
So what do you normally date? You date? I mean, do you date other?
Hold on, Heather. Let's ask real quick.
Oh.
How do you identify?
Oh yeah.
That nigga. No, I'm just playing. Just a masculine presenting woman.
I love it. You see how that was again last week? Masculine presenting woman. That's just it.
Because it's
Well, we said dominant, not masculine.
both of those.
Yeah.
All of those.
And
I like masculine presenting better.
So like I have tattoos on my ankles of bows.
Okay.
And everybody asks like why. But that's kind of the signification of my femininity. Like I still know that I'm a woman. I
Yeah.
got titties. I bleed. But as long as everybody knows I'm not me.
I feel you. And that's why I said like the masculine part is where I'm stepping away from that term, because I just feel like I'm at a place in my life where I'm really embracing like my femininity. I feel like we talked about before, is like for so many years as a dominant woman or stud, whatever, you trying to like prove your masculinity in a sense, or your dominance, especially amongst our peer group, right? So it's just like now I'm at a cool 34. I'm like, I'm soaking in, like, this is who I am. Don't test my gangster, because I am that nigga too. But at the same time, I am just as much as that woman as well. So your age range for dating is what?
25 and up.
25 and up. What's your cap?
You can't be older than my sister. She's turning 41 this year. We're 9 years apart.
I can't do, I can't do too old no more. Older when I was 21, 20. Me and Heather's gonna, she's gonna introduce this new segment. Tell them what the new segment is.
All right, so I wanted to introduce this segment called Strange Behavior. And it's basically going to be a story about a behavior of a relationship or situationship in your past that was just strange as hell, something that just totally threw you. So here's mine. So I was dealing with this person at one point a long time ago, and I stayed over at her house. And I remember I was in the shower, and you know how like when your back is to something, you can just feel somebody there. So I turned around and she's looking in the shower at me, and I was like, what are you doing? She was like, oh, I just wanted to see you. I said, but I locked the door. She was like, yeah, I know. That's why I used the key. And
Strange.
this same person at one time, I was at her house and I was about to leave. So I'm like, where are my keys? Where are my keys? I go in her room.
This one took me the
And
fuck out.
she had taken all of my keys off of my ring, all of my rings apart. And she said, the time that it takes you to put your keys back together is more time we can spend together.
What?
So yeah, that was mine. Same person though.
Yeah. I had the same thing. She tried I tried to hide in like the toilet room, you know, those big houses, like those mansion type houses. She had one of those. This is fast forward about 10 years. She had one of those. I did not want to have sex with her, so I kind of like locked myself into the toilet room. She was again peeking and trying to wait for me to come out the toilet room. I hurried up and got in the shower. She had a really large shower, two entrances. So as I got in one, she ran around the other and met me titty to titty and was talking to me like this. Mind you, the gospel music is on because I'm trying to deter her behavior because I did not want to have sex with her. And she had came up in there and was like, hey, little lady.
Oh, you felt real young then.
Oh, that was her nickname for me.
Little lady.
And she's southern as fuck.
I'll be like, you gotta take the lady out.
Little lady.
That would make me feel like
Yeah.
a little Southern belle. I don't like.
That's how she wanted to sun me so bad, and it was just like I had to keep telling her like, I was 20 when this started. I'm now 31. You can't sun me like. It's
And I'm
disgusting.
a different nigga.
Yeah, and then she said you changed. She went off on me in the shower, yo. I think this was like the longest shower I ever taken in my life. Like, it was very much so. Your mom got in the shower, or was in the bathroom with you. You ever got cursed out or like lectured while you were in the shower? Your mom was standing in the bathroom somewhere.
Yeah.
It was very much so one of those. She was weird as fuck.
Anything come to mind? You said I have plenty, but yours is not as strange as you thought.
No, it's not as strange. I just think behavior is strange, right? But hey,
Why was she looking in the like? But then you justified.
I mean,
That's why I
at
used the
first
key.
I was about to. I was, I'm a Libra. I like to play
You a
devil's.
Libra?
I am.
Have mercy.
What that mean? People either really really like us or really really don't.
I've heard that people love Libras. I haven't really heard. I mean, just maybe the indecisiveness. Is that you?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I can definitely say
Selfish
the
people.
young Libra was like, I don't know, but now I know I'm just weighing. I'm taking more time because I'm weighing out every option.
Gotcha.
Got you. Y'all some selfish people too.
Can be,
Yeah, I can't stand it.
can be.
Yeah, no. I don't like them.
And you are a.
Leo. August, Leo.
You know,
lion.
I've never been intimate with a Leo, but I've had a lot of Leo friends, and
Yeah,
y'all want what y'all want when you want it
at all times.
at all times.
Who's compatible with a Libra?
Gemini, other Libras,
I see that.
Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
Now Sagittarius, they say that
What's that? What is that? Air? Y'all air sign?
December.
Libra is air.
Air. Yeah. Okay.
December's fire, like me.
But air makes fire breathe and live.
That's why I married one.
I'm a water sign. I put all that out.
Yeah, with your fucking tears. Yeah.
But here's
know,
the
right?
thing. I was just explaining this to someone. Every sign needs air. Literally. H2O.
Okay.
You need air to breathe to live.
Yeah. Okay.
The earth needs air to create photosynthesis.
This motherfucker
So
got a
I
science
hear
to
it
this shit.
as everybody needs
That
air.
is some pimp shit. I don't know.
Stop saying I'm
you.
pimp.
That was very pimpish. I'm just saying.
Let the record show.
Oh, you're not one. But if you ever decide to be one, like everything needs air.
I can't help
You
it
need air to breathe.
if I'm a wordsmith.
I got
I
you.
actually
Wordsmith,
pride myself on that.
That's
Okay.
it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. No more. We'll call. What is it? The word? A word?
Wordsmith.
Wordsmith.
Wordsmith. Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Wordsmith.
Like a locksmith.
I got you.
Not
It's not.
Jack
It's
Ricketts.
really not like that.
Pimpsmith.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying she's a pimpsmith. Anyways. So today's topic, I know we've been dragging it out, but today's topic is emotional reciprocity. Heather came up with this. She had a couple conversations, and we wind up having a conversation about this. I'm going to let Heather explain what emotional reciprocity is.
Emotional. It's just basically a give and take in a relationship. You give love. You give your emotion, your kindness, your consideration, your attentiveness. and it's all about what you get back. So the give and take, the exchange. And I had a conversation with a feminine woman, and this is what made me really think about bringing this up as a topic. And she told me that when she dated her first stud, she was often confronted by the stud saying that she wasn't emotional enough. The stud wanted her to be more soft, more gentle, and in her mind, she was thinking, "Stud, you're masculine. You must want to be treated like a man." So she couldn't make the connection, and she ended up getting dumped. But
I can speak on that personally. So earlier you had asked why that previous relationship ended. That was one of the few reasons, actually.
Has that been an issue for you because you are more masculine and presenting? Do women just automatically assume that you want to be treated more like a man or more masculine now?
No, I'm very transparent, right? And when I, am dating a woman, I make that known, that duality, right? You have to fulfill both those cups because there is two. I really feel like when you are dating a dom, mask, whatever you want to call it, woman, there are two cups that have to be filled. And I feel like we are faced with a lot. And then, I think a lot of us, because I'm going to include myself, a lot of us want that softness, one, because I'm so hyper masculine, right? And then two, because I want that softness. I deal with a lot daily.
Yeah.
Socially, emotionally, we have a lot on our backs, right? And just having that softness when you get home, how I described it previously in that relationship was, I don't want to come home to another battle.
Yeah.
Because I have so many out there.
Yeah, can I pause real quick? I wanted to say this as you were talking, and now thinking in hindsight, Heather, this person that you spoke with, she was bisexual?
She had just come out. Well, she was married to a man for like 15 years. They had kids. They had a couple of kids, but they were divorced.
Right. And that just goes into like the stereotype that men aren't emotional. And so it's just like, if you think men aren't emotional and you shouldn't have to be emotional or be certain ways with for a man, or you shouldn't accept emotion from a man, no man should cry, and all of those prehistoric ass ideas, it's just like, now translate that to us who are now presenting as masculine women, it's the same ideology. So it's just like, you shouldn't be emotional, you shouldn't cry, and so on and so forth. And it's just like, my younger self, I was okay with that mindset, that I had to be, again, this bravado, that I had to be so tough, so masculine that I couldn't show emotion. Meanwhile, it was like I went from the Tin Man for a while, where I didn't show emotion, everything was suppressed, to more recently in the years I've become, because I was told you need to show emotion, I was hyper emotional, I was showing too much emotion. And so now where I am is like, I'm emotional when I need to be emotional, where I feel safe. I can show those emotions, especially in a way of crying. Like I try not to cry at all. I just don't feel like I have a safe space to just openly cry about things. So it's like the shower. One of my students, she said, I love rainy days because I can cry and no one notices. So she was saying that to me, and it was just like, I love showers because I could cry and no one notices, right? And so it's just like, making sure that I have that safe space for that, but also learning that emotions don't mean crying. Emotions mean I can express how I feel and be okay with what I said. I don't really give a fuck how you received it, but it's what I needed to say for myself.
Right. Both of you just said something that's important and that I just noticed. In all of those comparisons, when feminine women say that, in my experience and the experience that you just mentioned, they are bisexual.
Yep.
Lesbian women know that duality. Real feminine lesbian women who aren't new to this, who are true to this, know that.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's bisexual women or bicurious women, let's go ahead and call it what it is,
Very true.
who put men and studs versus each other. It's like men versus stud, right? And that doesn't happen as much. I'm not gonna, label everyone, but that doesn't happen as much with real lesbians in my personal experience.
You're correct. Yeah.
And I make it a point to date real lesbians. Like I'm grown now. I don't do that. I'm gonna show you something. You know, you need to know what you know when you come over here. So it's also what you going after. You know what I'm saying? When you want to go after those type of women, that's what you're gonna get.
And that's sad because just like Heather always digs in my ass because it's just like I can say I probably have dated more bisexual women than I have actual lesbian women.
Wow.
And I think that is because I present so dominant that I attract. Well, I attract lesbian women too, but it's just like that attraction that lesbian women had for me. It has always like been around, and it's just like I fall for it every time.
I thought I had. Do you think that maybe straight women are attracted to more masculine and presenting women because if for some reason they were to get caught, it's like, oh, well, she's very much like a man, so I'm not really gay.
No, it's not.
Or maybe in their mind, they're thinking, oh, more masculine, so I'm not.
And I'm getting the best of both worlds. And that's that.
Yeah.
Look, you read my mind because that's what they literally say.
Yeah.
I'm getting the best of both worlds. But like I said, I'm real intricate in my dating process.
Yeah, you should
because I don't want to waste my time. And the older I get, the more intricate I get because I done been there, done that. And even in, I call it baby stud years, you know, because I'm in college, which was also the time that I capitalized on my sexual experiences as well. So now I'm not searching for shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like a lot of people our age are searching for shit.
Yeah.
So it's like that makes it even more of a challenge dating because I know what the fuck I want and what the fuck I don't.
And that's why I think that, again, it's like those quote-unquote bisexual women go through the same thing. That conformity is what you're speaking of. We conform in our earlier years, in our teens to mid-20s, you conform into societal pressures, family pressures, religious pressures. So you have those bisexual women where as though I'm supposed to be with a guy, I'm trying to please my mom, I need to have a kid.
The older you get, the smaller that pool gets with children. Let me tell you, I have never dated a woman with children, ever.
Was that intentional?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was a teacher.
Yeah.
And in my early education career, I was teaching younger kids. So those kids can get that connection with you immediately.
Yeah.
And I was considered mean. And I would yell at them and they'd be like, can I just have a hug, Miss Mac, please?
Oh, they're trying to
So it's like, you know, as I stated, I never had a problem with children behavior-wise. So they always connected with me. They come into my class. They want to chill with me. They want to ask me how my weekend is. So I get that connection at work. Imagine if I'm fucking your mama.
Right.
I'm going to see you a lot more. I'm going to be more invested. And I just broke up with a bitch and I'm still thinking about her cat. So it's like...
it's definitely hard.
You know what I'm saying? I knew myself and how quickly I can gain children's trust, and just the compatibility with myself and children because of my profession.
Right.
So that's why it always was a hard stop for me. It's not until literally this year that I am opening myself to possibly dating.
Yeah. And I was going to say my next question is just like stating certain expectations when dealing with bisexual women or all women about like that reciprocity you're talking about, like my needs versus the emotional needs as a feminine woman as opposed to a dominant woman, you know, all of that stuff. And so I think that like those are things that if I had to give advice to a younger stud or a dom or whatever, those are the things that I would offer them.
Listen up, little baby studs.
Yeah.
That's a gem.
Yeah. It's all about communication.
That's a gem. Yeah. I think also too, I've always been the type of person, student, kid, when I see somebody else fuck up, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my best friend, shout out to you, Lex, that's just her jam. She just loves older women. She loves the maturity, that sexiness. And I can attest, it is a certain thing that they have. But then I see the kids.
Yeah.
Or and then it'd be multiple. So, like I
do you want your own kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not from my body, no.
Okay.
But yes, I do want children.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the kids, you were saying like, no, you just don't want to deal with it.
It's more come with it. And then so having my best friend, having her, you know, resume be older women with kids, I saw the trials and tribulations that she went through. Number one being a lot of older women who already have children don't want no more.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. And I'm not carrying.
Women around your age bracket had their kids likely in their 20s.
Yeah.
So
Or
they have
earlier.
like 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds. And yeah, they
wanna
don't
start
want more.
over.
And it's starting over. Yeah. And then even for you, that's when the little attitudes start to happen and all of those things. And that's just another monster to deal with.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But still worth it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word.
I would give it a try. Like for real, I would.
You would give what a try?
If I were her dating someone with children, a child.
Okay, so recently.
Okay.
Okay.
I do got a little spice.
Okay.
I got a little spicy story.
All right.
So recently, I use my Instagram now as a dating
Okay.
network. Like that's how women seem to feel comfortable enough to reach out. So I'm meeting them where they at.
That's where they are. They're on Instagram. Everyone asks, where are women? Where are these lesbians? They're on Instagram, y'all.
Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram. And I had been following someone for a while. Like it was some years back there. Like we'd have been through relationships together. Like and I was transparent in the DMs and I was like, yo, I would have been reached out, but I thought you was in your own thing. I saw a nigga, let's say a nigga. And then I saw a baby and my hands went up like that.
Yeah.
So I backed all the way up. I'ma still like your pictures though. Oh, she looks nice. Happy birthday. Like I'ma still do that, but I am no longer interested once I see that. So, and I was transparent. Like I'm very, very open in dating. Sometimes too open. And so I'm telling this woman this and we're conversing and then she tells me she's older. And I was like, how old are you?
Right.
That's a good question. And she was like, oh, I'm turning 41 this year. Mind you, remember what my cutoff was?
41. Did she look that good though?
She's cute.
Okay.
So I have a thing with bisexual women.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the thing?
What?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It's like saying this on the platform. I just be saying this to my friends and shit. But we're here.
We're all friends now.
So my thing with bisexual women is I'm thinking of the semen in and around you.
Well, you just ruined my night.
That's what I'm thinking about. And so when I'm dating you and you tell me you're bisexual, I'm not going to say I'm just going to shut you down. My next question is, how recently were you sexual or intimate with a man?
Are you going to want to know what you've done? You want a little bit of details about what you've done?
Like if the penis wasn't around?
Yes.
She doesn't have to say that. When I mentioned semen and you mentioned it was out and around you, then I already know what's up.
Yeah.
So that's traditionally what it was. And then, me and a bisexual chick just became each other's rebound one time. And to this day, she's my best eater. A lot of bisexual women too, it's a fantasy, right? Because they ain't stupid. They hear how other bitches is getting they pussy ate really good. They hear how other women are having orgasms. They're just like, wow, what's that? I dated a woman one time who said prior to our sexual encounter, she never had an orgasm. That blew my mind. I needed to sit on the edge of the bed. I was sad before. For her.
It's like, what have you been doing?
Listen.
That makes me sad as a woman, as a black woman. Step aside from being a lesbian. As a black woman, you never had an orgasm. So my thing to her is, what are you saying to these niggas?
I have a friend where she's 30, I'm 34, she's 35, has never had one.
An orgasm.
Why she haven't said
even by herself?
Well, by herself, but she's not really big on that, but has never had one by another person. And she is not attracted to women at all, but has never had one with a man.
Even from oral sex?
I said never.
But I just see, I can't fathom it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. So that leads me to ask more questions like, how is this happening? Are you not being instructive?
And this is why I can't understand how women have children by men who cannot make them orgasm. You got to get something out the deal other than a little bastard.
Where are you? Come on the show. Let's talk.
That's 75% of women.
Yeah,
around.
it's sad.
Not more.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's why I'm.
Do you think that bisexual women also enjoy being admired by us? Like, ooh, shit, they like me on both sides.
I think that's why lesbian relationships move so damn fast. Because I'll just use a name, Rodney. That sounds like a nickname. Sorry if there's a Rodney listening. I'm sorry, but Rodney, Rodney just want to know what your favorite color is, what you be watching sometimes, and do you smoke? Do you use woods or papers? Sarah over here wants to. What do you want to name your kid?
Did you eat today?
What type of? Did you eat today? What type of flowers do you like?
Yeah.
Let's go to the park. When are you free? Sarah's gonna ask, "Are you free?" Rodney's gonna ask, "WYD."
Yeah, a million times.
Yeah.
Good morning, my queen.
And they never had that shit. They like, oh my God.
She said, good morning, my queen.
She said, good morning, and I'm a queen. Like, you send a bitch lunch, you think that you won the lottery, seriously, because it's just the simple things they just never experienced. And I think that's what it is, right? With the bisexual and just bi-curious women, like, we hear it's good on that side.
You got to get that semen block out of your head, though. That's a deep one. Like,
but I feel like as long as it's, some time in there, that won't be there. That's only when I know that you've been recently having intimate.
What's recent?
A pregnancy cycle for me.
Okay.
9 months.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Okay.
9 months. This is now, I was a baby stud, I had fun. I was in college. I had fun, and there wasn't those type of stipulations. My stipulations in college was you need a period cycle to cycle that semen out. Hit me up next month when it's cycled.
Cycles.
Yeah.
Like
it. Period.
This is a fool one.
Listen.
A fool, but a very honest fool. And just we appreciate your transparency. And I think that, like, I appreciate you because
I told you
some real good shit that, like, we as dominant women don't think to ask sometimes. Don't think to say. And it's just like, again, it comes with age as opposed to being young. And also, I think that we are women, so we lead with our emotions instead of our logic.
But you don't even think to ask these questions, though, until you're in that situation. It's just like,
and I've been in it. I've been in so many.
Yeah.
I've been in it.
Yeah. All right. Tell me about a time when you had to turn away something when you was about to be in it and you found out something in that last minute. You were like, nah.
I was really feeling shorty, like heavy. This was back in the Best Buy days. I used to work at Big Blue, as we used to call it, Best Buy.
Ooh.
Big Blue.
Geek Squad.
Shout out to Best Buy. And she had came up, and everybody needs a phone. This was back, and that's how you can tell the back. This was back when Best Buy had Best Buy Mobile.
Oh.
That was a minute ago.
Right.
So she came and she was like, oh, I'm looking for a phone. And then, everybody need a phone. So, that gives me the chance to, number one, ask you more intimate questions because it's your phone.
Right.
And number two, if I really wanted to, I can go through your pictures or whatever. Right. And she was talking, and at the time I was looking for a massage therapist. I always had a really bad back. And she was like, I do massage. I travel. Here's my car. And I also work for Massage Envy, right? So got her number, got a massage and everything. So she did the massage and I was attracted to shorty. We had a good conversation flowing. But as a stud, you don't really know till you know if they gay, like, right?
Yeah.
And I got a haircut. So, well, back then I had long hair. But now I definitely have a sign that says I eat Gucci. It's just there. What, can I not say this?
This is
Why
awesome. Because I'm that person. I like to say things and I just feel her like, oh, God.
No, and not in a bad way. I'm just,
Can I not?
No,
please
funny.
keep it coming because she is cringing and I love this.
This
so funny
This
to
is really, I ain't really getting there.
No, this is what we doing. Let's do it.
Look,
let's go.
Ask the questions and I'll get the answers.
We hear from.
But back to massage shorty. She was massaging. She started talking about her nigga. I'm immediately not attracted to you now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, thank you for my massage.
But I challenge you with this. It's just like, the thought always come for me like, I know that you want me.
We ain't finished the story.
Okay, but I was just gonna say it just always challenges me when they talk about a nigga. But
I think it is a challenge. I think it's to see, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep going, or are you gonna be like, nah? And I was like, nigga, nah. You're
Yeah.
not the like.
And see,
I'm 21.
see, I'm
My own
different.
crib.
I'm
I
prescient.
had just bought a loft, a new car. Like, I don't need you, girl.
Right.
Okay. Thank you for my massage, though. Appreciate you. I might call you because it was good massage. So fast forward 2 months, she pops back up in Best Buy. She was looking gorgeous, right? She knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. She was like, yeah, so, I don't, some bullshit reason about her phone. Something like, oh, I forgot how to do something. And I was like, oh, where? And she was like, oh, yeah, because, I don't got a man to do it for me no more.
Oh, lead with it, huh? Flashing lights. I don't got a man.
Right. So, yeah. Okay.
So you hit her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. We all
And
fall
that
prey
was,
to it.
so to circle back, that was the situation, right? So I'm thinking it's just a hit. Like, we both had went out to dinner, and like I said, I'm extremely transparent, always have been. At dinner, I was like, what are you looking for from me? Here's what I'm looking for from you. I'm fresh out of relationship. I want coochie. She said, bet. I'm fresh out of relationship too, and I want coochie too.
If only it could be that
Easy.
direct.
It's always that direct for me. It's not for y'all.
No, as far as you may be direct, but people aren't as direct as well.
Because and that's another thing. Teaching helps you. Like, I feel like we have an advantage to talking to people because when you work with children, everybody's a big ass kid.
Yeah.
And
When you know how to, and I'll go one further. I worked with special education children.
Yeah.
So I'm really tactful with how I can say things to get you to give me what I need.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna find out. We gonna see.
But I also feel like bisexual women, and I'm not ragging on y'all, they know how to, not to say play us, but they know how to play the game.
They be persistent. She came back and brought it to you.
They persistent because, again, I'm telling you, I feel like that fluidity in all women and men too. I guess speak on y'all, but I feel like that curiosity is definitely, it can continue to
natural.
creep up on you. And it's just like, as much as
natural.
people try to suppress it, we see people suppress that curiosity to the point to where as though it turns into hate, homophobia. Like,
that shit can kill you.
yeah.
Suppressing that shit can kill you.
Right. So then bisexual women, y'all gonna be around for forever because as we see this world, everyone is becoming more fluid. Literally everyone. I would love to talk about this, what my sister told me last night, but I'm gonna give her a chance to come on the show and talk about her tea. But she is trans and is now wanting to explore other things as well, explore just being queer. And so the fluidity is constantly expanding within our people as a generation, as a society. And so it's just like, if we are okay with saying that now, bisexual women, y'all hurt us and stuff like that, y'all got y'all shit with us, but again, you're not going anywhere. So when do we as doms or studs or whatever, we have to hold ourselves accountable by stating what we need when dealing with them. But also, check y'all shit, because it's not 10 years ago, whereas though we okay with being a sneaky link and we okay with being, oh, we just fucking her or making her have this orgasm, which our man not doing. That's just not the one up no more for us. So it's just like, when y'all step into us, we need y'all to understand that we have emotions, we have standards, we have expectations, and we understand that itch that you have, but come with your shit together. Scratch our itch too. Make sure that you understand that we want to receive those things as well. We want reciprocity. And we not just somebody, because I was about to say, we ain't even touch on the fact that like the financial gains that doms give to these women. We didn't even touch on that today. Because that's a whole nother situation with the staddy, stepdaddy, all of that, taking care of the kids and just taking care of you. I know so many women who deal with and have benefited from dealing with a dominant woman or a lesbian for the financial gains, but then run back to a man for certain things or conformity because of societal pressure. So it's like a lot of games, and I think the one thing I could take away from this show is just being like, we got to hold them at a standard. We can fuck around, but your ass ain't getting shit from me. We can fuck around, but you gonna understand how to take care of me.
But I'm gonna do you one better. Everybody got to be held accountable.
Oh, and that's
as
everybody.
A stud, you can't just be blowing bread on her because she said I like you.
Yep.
You can't just be blowing bread on her because she, had you try a little shit and made you feel good in your crib.
Yeah.
You can't just do that. There has to be a standard.
Yep.
I will do this when you do this.
And
period.
I think that's what this society is moving towards. I'm seeing more and more. I spend more time with males than straight males than I do with lesbian women. And so it's just like what I'm seeing more so now is just like, I don't care if you got a BBL from a male perspective. I don't care what you can nut, give me a good nut. I forgot what rapper it was the other day. He was saying like, I can make myself nut for real in a sense. As women, we can make ourselves nut. But he was just saying like, what else are you offering me?
Yeah.
And so I think it's like, honestly and sadly, it's just like as a generation of people, we all have to up the standards and expectations for everybody to start treating everyone better.
Absolutely.
So yeah. Anything you got to add?
No, this was
That was
very
a good conclusion.
Yeah.
like a Jerry Springer's final thought.
Final thought, yes. All right. You want to give us your handles, socials real quick?
At Ty Mac with 3 Y's.
Ty Mac.
Ty Mac is single.
She said it, not
She is ready to date. She is ready to mingle.
She prefers women without children under the age of 41. But
I said 41 is the cap.
25 to 41 is the cap. We prefer no children, but we are open.
We're open.
Open.
But you got to be open to having another kid, though.
That too.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No.
We hope to see Ty back on the show. Heather, you got anything to end with?
Nah.
I really enjoyed myself.
Good. Tell the people real quick how you enjoyed yourself because people be bluffing us. We've been very thankful that you made it tonight.
Listen, I was rushing. I was like, oh shit, because I'm still getting used to these Baltimore streets.
Yeah.
So I was like, where do I park at? Where is this at? And I think I passed it like twice. But I was trying to show up because I feel like a lot of times we just don't.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's purposeful. I don't think it's malicious.
Yeah.
I just think everybody got shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like, but when we show up, we have these conversations that need to be had, right?
Yeah.
And essentially, it's for that baby stud, right? It's for that femme who's listening. It's for that any person who's listening.
And it's for us.
Us too.
And I think
we
that,
need
we
these
need
spaces.
these. We do. We definitely need these spaces.
So you said you hang around mostly straight men. Straight women love me. I have so many straight women friends.
Me too.
And they're
That's
like,
it.
what did this nigga mean?
Yeah.
What he trying to say? Like, they really just want our advice from the
But don't they have the best stories though?
all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch, what he did?
But that goes to show that we relate more to the straight folks more
This
sometimes.
is true.
But
This is
we
true.
really need to become more inclusive in our community. And I think that I'm grateful for this platform and I'm grateful for Heather because I don't fuck with everybody because they don't fuck with me sometimes. But I'm never that standoffish person.
That stigma that's there.
Yeah, that stigma that's there.
Because it's there, and it's like no one knows where it came from.
Yep.
Nobody knows about it. It's just there. Now, you had asked me previously, like, have I ever? And, like, slightly. For me, it's just looks like, oh, you another nigga in here, or you that nigga she was talking about,
Yeah.
you the co-worker nigga. Just that type of you that nigga look.
Right.
But it's never been like a challenge, like, nigga, I battle you for this.
Yeah.
Bitch. Like, it ain't never that. Most of the time, I've seen or been out in public and I see another stud and they give me the up and down and they try to like hold
Oh,
me.
that girl tight.
Like, she's ugly most of the time. Like, you can have her. But it's mostly looks. Nobody has like come up to me or been on some fugazi shit just because I'm a stud or we're studs. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's a blessing then.
Yeah.
I'll walk up to you and start talking.
Heather
I don't
defies
mind.
the odds, and I appreciate her because I don't be feeding into any of it. I just chill with my folks, and that way I ain't got to worry about that. But Heather's pushing me to be more open to these.
We
gay
need
people.
friends like that though.
We're
So
getting
yeah,
there.
so we
To bring us
probably
out.
need to have like a little bro zone, not bro, but like a.
Well, that's kind of what this is, though. I'm
gonna
trying
have
to
like
bring
a
people.
more-
We can communicate. We have this. We are all going through similar things. Why not talk about it? And it makes you should feel better knowing that you're not the only one.
We might have a little meet and greet coming up or something. Let's get some more people in here. And probably we might make something
Masculine
happen.
mingle.
That sounds real.
Mannish. I don't know. Anyways, y'all know how we end this joint. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. You in the den. You know what it is. See y'all next time.